So welcome back then to the Intel Extreme Masters Continental Challenge finals. I do apologize, in Philadelphia, America. We will get this right eventually.
Probably in March at the global finals.
And the global final, we're going to nail that. I'm going to be rehearsing it all the way through December. Thank you so much, by the way, if you've stayed with us to see the American CS 1.6. If you have stayed with us to kind of grab a glimpse of WoW. Unfortunately, we're only going to be showing that tomorrow and on the final day as well. So unfortunately, no WoW today. Kind of disappointing. I'm sure everyone out there is really kind of like, I know I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, actually, it would have been good to see. But they're actually not playing today, so it's okay. We'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah, we can't actually broadcast games that aren't going on, so we'll stick with Counter-Strike. Of course, we've already completed Group B, X3O and MIBR, the two teams to go through there. And then, of course, we are now in Group A. Gravitas just won their game against Mob, 16 rounds to 5, as the abacus has not yet been reset. So we actually, I can remember the
Where's the reset button?
There.
Wow.
That's the reset button. So the next game we will be broadcasting here will be Gravitas going up against EG. Now, many people kind of saying this will be the game of the group, and I would definitely agree.
Yeah, I would as well, but still going to give the favour slightly over to Gravitas still. EG, not sure what kind of form they're going to be in. Obviously, they will be the ones that to challenge. The map will be Train. Yeah. Probably hopefully a more exciting map than Dust. I would have quite liked to have seen maybe an Inferno, a more even map to see if we can get some closer score lines. But, I mean, this one should be pretty close.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Gravitas, again, we've seen them play quite fantastically. Again, 13-2 half-time on Dust 2, which is, I think, the third 13-2 we've seen on Dust today.
Yeah,
so the game's not really been all that close, but still kind of demonstrated the, I wouldn't say skill gap, but the difference between the teams that we've actually been seeing broadcast here. Yeah,
definitely. And I do think that's the case. I don't think it's a case of one team particularly got kind of lucky and ran away with the score. I do think there's a skill difference, which, you know, when I do the math in America and I look at the population and I look at the top teams, it doesn't really make sense. American and, you know, Counter-Strike and in gaming, obviously their internet in America, sorry guys, but your internet kind of does suck. So that's obviously a downfall because you kind of get clumped and no one wants to play, you know, out in Dallas, East and West Coast. And also you don't have that kind of like bond, you know, that countries in Europe had because, you know, similar size obviously, but at the same time, America don't have that kind of, you know, like stick together bond, you know, either with language or, you know, geographic. So I'm not sure, you know, why the main difference is, but, you know, we look at Sweden, they produce the best gamers, but they've also got the best internet connection. And you look at America, their internet connection isn't that good whatsoever. So it's like, you know, if you take it in terms of like Olympic sport, for example, Sweden, basically everybody in Sweden has an Olympic swimming pool in their back garden, which they train to be Olympic swimmer, is their internet connection. And then in America, everyone has a pond where they can catch diseases in their back garden, and that's where they train. So maybe they don't have the kind of...
That was possibly the best analogy I've ever heard.
Well, that's what it feels like with, you know, because that's what you've got. You know, that's what they've got on their doorsteps to be the best gamer, and Sweden have that connection. They've had it for ages. They've run away in certain games for a while. And other people are catching up, but America, I feel they still need a, you know, Uber net.
Yeah, I don't think the problem is, I mean, the routing, obviously, America's such a big area. East Coast and West Coast teams kind of sometimes struggle to play each other. And it's such a wide area that, like you said, even though the teams are, they all speak the same language, which they don't in Europe, and it's kind of different, but they still can't really play each other in a condition like most Europeans can. Even the Spanish probably have a better ping when they're playing a Swedish team against than most East versus West Coast games.
Yeah, so a Spanish game, and this was like when I was playing like team games in Euro Cup, which is the same as in Counter-Strike, but it was for Quake, right? And this was back in like 2002. If the Swedish would play the Spanish, they would both ping around 60. And they would connect up in England. And that was only because that was the best place for Swedish, for some reason, to play. Now, you know, like a 60 ping back in 2002. You know, and, you know, even like probably 2000 as well, it wasn't as good in those days. But still, that's kind of ridiculous. And that's
strange,
really
actually.
good.
I mean, the fact that internet connections are always getting faster and faster and faster and faster. But actually, the pings are still the same in like.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's the routing obviously that does it rather than the actual speed of the internet, but. They should upgrade the links between the countries.
Yeah, it's all about money and what you're going to get out of the end of the day. But and also as well, particularly with games, I know CS is old, but netcode's a huge thing to play. I mean, you look at CS right at the beginning, then you look at it, 1.6, and same with various other games. So, improvement in netcode's games, everything gets a little bit better for the pings. But still, yeah, America are behind with it, and I don't necessarily say that's going to be their downfall. I mean, but then I look at Quake and they come up with some great jewelers, but yeah, hey, who knows? Maybe it just blows my theory. So whatever I just said there doesn't count now.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the last here from EG. And once he gets himself...
And the fit girl, by the way, on my Facebook, the fittest girl I found, didn't have a Labrador.
No, it was talking about mine, I think, probably.
No, I think no.
It was definitely a dig at me.
I'm not coming around for Christmas anymore to your house.
Fine. It's more turkey for me.
As if you have meat at your Christmas dinner. You have to substitute with Yorkshire puddings. Like
puddings?
Puddings, yeah, because you're...
Yorkshire puddings?
Yeah, you can't afford puddings, so you get the substitute for Yorkshire puddings, which are Yorkshire puddings. It's double substitute because you can't afford
meat. My dad makes the best Yorkshire puddings.
Have you got a good cook in your family?
Yeah, my dad.
Oh, my mum, right? She's a vegetarian.
Maybe you should invite Matt round for dinner and they can have chat on another table eating no meat while you actually have a massive piece of cow.
Yeah, but would your mum do this to you if she's a vegetarian? Invite you round for lasagna and then fill it full of oats and crap?
Oats?
Or whatever the hell was in it. It was like meat substitute. She tricked me to come round and have a meal with her. Like, it was meant to be a special meal because obviously I don't want to go around unless she's not cooking. So she said that she cooked meat and then she faked it. I mean, lost all my trust. I don't care if she carried me in her womb and raised me, put stupid stuff in my lasagna. She's turned into a duck.
Yeah. So we will get the restart then as we have the final players in here from EG.
Your mum would never do that to you.
No.
And I'm buying her a big TV for Christmas as well.
You just spoiled the surprise.
She's not watching.
She might be.
If you're watching, I'm not getting you a TV. Stupid lasagna woman.
So we will go into the knife round then for EG. On the T side for this knife will be Phobius, Chi, Hostile, Evolution, and Naz. And for Gravitas, Impulsive, Good for Nothing, Ben, Patio, John, and Mailer. So, Jake, take us away.
Be like a portable TV maybe now. All right, so EG collect 2. Gravitas, that's the 4th they've got. 1 man standing, and Gravitas will take this. They're going to want to stay on the CT side. Stick on the CT side.
Stick.
Well, which one do you want?
Well,
if we could go back in time and you had your perfect cast, would they stick or would they stay?
It depends. I mean, I'd stay. I'd prefer stick. Although stay is just as, relevant to the situation.
It's probably better English, actually, to stay on their side rather than stick to their side, because they're not sticking anywhere. They're staying where they are.
Okay, they will both stay and stick on CT side after winning the knife. Is that good?
Yeah. But they did stick it to EG in a knife round.
Yeah, they did stick them a few times. So we get live then with the pistol round. Of course, Gravitas on CT side, the stronger side here on Train. And let's see how this one plays out. Impulsive will get the first kill of this game. And Hostile will instantly bring us back to a 4 versus 4. Naz seems to be running around, not quite knowing where he's going to go as Ben picks off Chi there. And now, EG seemingly hitting somewhat of a brick wall. Hostile goes down. Phobius does come around the side before he's also taken out. And all of a sudden, Naz is the last one remaining. He's found a USP. And will now run to that inner bomb site. Ben's in CT spawn. Patio John chilling out on Pop Dog.
He's got to get the bomb down. Naz does manage to do it, but he will go up against the 3. And I was a bit concerned in the situation Naz was. I'm for sure he was looking for the kills coming in, but getting that bomb down will still help him out.
Yeah, Naz going to work then. He did get a couple of hits on. The final one will be a headshot onto Patio John. Spots one to his right. Ben comes around. Gravitas will get the final kill of the round and also the defuse. And they will take the first pistol round and will go in the lead at the start here of Train.
Yeah, so Gravitas taking the early lead. Still, though, that round was pretty close. I mean, it could have gone either way. I know I say that with pistol rounds. It's kind of an obvious thing to say because pistol rounds can go either way. It's kind of that way inclined. But still, you know, EG not really got a clue on their form, but hopefully it's going to be a lot closer and we won't have a whitewash of the game. As Mela opens up onto Chi and the outer bomb site with a nade, so it should be a nice, easy round. And you can see Gravitas taking up quite a long-range defensive position. EG look like they aren't going to rotate. They'd have a better chance in a bomb site if they went there, but actually they are going to go into outer.
They are indeed going out. Good for nothing. Did spot one running across to electric box. Phobius does have an AK second round. What? Ooh, I think we might have crashed.
No, ooh, I'm moving on my screen. You're not moving on your screen.
I has had a crash.
Epic fail. So we can come around onto my screen, and as Joe is going to reconnect. So hostile then. So I'm switch up my gamma for all you lovely people at home. They're coming on train. Hostile is going to pick up one. Going to go for the bomb plant. Didn't put it down. Phobius is going to pick up another as well, and actually going to move over. Well, let's see, that's going to be the round collected, but looked like they were going to move over into inner and plant had that not been the case. So Joe going to try and get back onto the server then. 1-1 is the score. Hostile, weapons in hand. I'm going to throw down a Deagle. So FAMAS's Deagles and probably an AK, I'd imagine, in the hands of EG. And kind of a weird round to win, but done fantastically well to get it. And Gravitas, even though Mela is 5-1, will be starting to maybe have a hard time. Let's switch over to Gravitas, USBs. And they are going to be stacking two men on the inner at the moment. Paleo John by ladder. Mela at long range does find someone down there. It's going to be Naz. He's going to shut down Mela. Hostile's going to open up as well. Deagle almost coming into play. Impulse will shut down Naz. Phobos with a nice grenade. That's going to take Impulse out of the game. And Ben, right at the end of the bomb site, does manage to pick up one. Bomb's going to go down. It's all up to Ben. Sorry, good for nothing. And he's not going to have much time. So Ben and good for nothing do go down to Hostile and Chi. And they have, well, from losing the pistol round, managed to play so fantastically well and claim those two rounds quite nicely. They went up against a full-strength Gravitas, as they weren't completely bought out. Following Ben at the moment, nade in hand, going to be peeking over those boxes. Hostile's going to shut him down. Great headshot, and maybe I should more or less follow the T. Some crossfire there. Chi not managing to pick up the kill. Finds one at the end of inner, will collect it. Actually, Naz took down Evolution, and the guy standing was at the top of that inner. Will eventually be taken down. And once again, EG pick up the round. So Joe, back into the game, and since you lost your connection, EG have been winning everything. Yeah, they bought second round, which actually surprised me because it wasn't a full buy. It was mixed with Deagles and a couple of AKs, but they came out on top, and it actually worked out really, really nice for them. Of course, they won that one, and they're now 3-1 in the lead, which is quite a huge thing for them. Of course, fifth round now, Gravitas can afford to buy once again. One of them will be impulsive, open down towards the end of Pop Dog. But EG are actually stacking up for an inner bomb site attack as the flashes and smokes go around. And they've actually got Mela all the way down the back and Paleo John. So probably two of the players that you wouldn't really want to go against. But still, we'll see what they can make of this as they do move in quite successfully so far. Let's see what they can do. Hello, Patio John, who sprays away. We're getting two frags. Naz was there. Mela also on the top ramp there, picked off Evolution, and it's down to a 4-on-2 now. As Mela does spot his second one, and he's going to go down. Hostile somehow found that headshot. He was down to 27 HP, but surely the bomb going to be planted. Good for nothing comes in. Is the bomb planted? I can't hear it. No, it's not. Naz has got the bomb in hand, and actually, Impulsive goes for the kind of mid-air ult shot there. Nice shot. And then he got in that time. Naz goes down, and they win the round. Evolution, who was met up top versus Mela, and Mela goes, "Were you AWPing?" Scott, and he said yes, and Mela goes unfortunate as he did shut him down. So nice round then by Gravitas. As I said, two guys that you don't really want to go up against, especially if they're connecting. That was Patio John and Mela shutting down EG. Now EG are going to go for this outer bomb site. They have men in there. They're going to be hard pushed to find kills.
It's good for nothing, and Nade's just gone off there as good for nothing gets his third of the round. He's looking for more. He's going to find more, and it's actually, oh, Impulsive just stole his kill because good for nothing had him in his sights. Good for nothing there got 4 kills and was actually still on 100 HP after he'd done it. So all of a sudden the tides have turned, and you know, Gravitas won pistol. You were expecting them to go, you know, 3 rounds to 0, and all of a sudden it was a bye second round from EG. They got it back to 3-1, and now it's back to 3-3. This is a very, very close game here. And actually, it looks like EG are going to be pushing this time the inner side. They're on somewhat of a save as Patio John's name does take down Naz. Still, they continue to push. Chi just burst firing through the smoke there. Impulsive and Patio John just ripping through this EG attack. And actually, Chi is the last remaining. Hops down the ladder, spots one on top. That was Patio John. And then claims another one in that round to put Gravitas back into the lead here on CT side, 4 rounds to 3.
Yeah, nice acrobatics, but still, pistols in hand aren't going to claim them around. They should be on the bye this time, though, and are going to want it to be evening up. Now, they had problems in the bomb site. They've had a few good attacks there as well, so I'm not sure what EG will decide of where and why to go. And personally, I'd leave Patio John, I'd leave Mela out of the game. I'd try and catch him on rotation and try and do something here on the outer bomb site where you're going up against Ben, Good for Nothing, and Impulsive. Still, though, a hard task, but it does seem like they might be going for this. They've got 2 at Ivory ready to go, and you can see Evolution and Naz down by a ladder are available to move in as well. So actually, they've taken a little bit of a long time, and Patio John is going to rotate. Could be tricky.
It's not going to be easy. Ben's up there as well, playing that aggressive position outside of electric box as Impulsive picks off Hostile as well, who was just making his way through Ivy. He is flashed up, so drops down towards CT Sport. Finally, EG get a kill from Naz, but here comes Patio John. He's made his way outside, and it's all going to be on Phobius, who's pushed up to the end of Ivy. But he's feeling the pressure, 4 versus 1. There's a bullet ricochet off the wall next to him. He does find the kill onto Patio John. He's going to take some more damage from the side. Mela comes around with the AK. Actually, Mela was up by Pop Dog still. But either way, Gravitas still take the round, and that will put them 5-3 up here. CT side, so they're going to be looking to extend this lead and try and get as many as they possibly can, of course, going into the second half. Yeah,
have EG have actually made a move, you know, 10 seconds earlier than they did. Could have turned out slightly differently, slowly and steady. Is a phrase, but that wasn't going to be the phrase that EG wanted to follow in that round. Ben is going to pick up Naz. Hostile once again down Ivy, and she actually got a nice kill on Ben, so that might open up the site and force a rotation. So they need to get in now and together and see what they can do.
Yeah, it is a 4 versus 4. Bomb is on the outside with Chi, who's just climbing up on the 5 train. Hostile does take down Good for Nothing. Impulsive will reply. I'm trying to get to Impulsive here. He's open, of course, on this outside. Sees a nade come straight over. Actually, it was a flash, which was good for him, but Phobius hits him with the AK. And now EG is certainly on this outer site. As Mela picks off Evolution. Still 2 remaining here for EG. It's 2 versus 2. Patio John comes around the side. Chi goes down. That's the bomb with it as well. Inside of the Z hallways, Phobius taking fire from both sides. And Mela will be the one to grab the actual frag. But he will put Gravitas up by 3 rounds, 6 rounds to 3. And we kind of approach the last third here of this first half. And, well, if Gravitas keep this steam train going, if you like, they've won the last 3 rounds. No, 5 rounds in a row. 4 rounds?
I think
5, I think.
Okay.
It was 3-1, and then they came all the way back.
Okie dokie.
So, Patio John setting up on the inside there as his grenade does find one. Ben's there as well, as is Mela, and Patio John just sprays through. No fear from him. And he gets the heads of EG as he goes and puts them up to 7 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that round obviously was going to be a whitewash, but the round before where they actually picked up Ben in the center, they did move in, but I mean, it wasn't with haste. It's kind of lacked kind of leaving an impression on that outer bomb site. Hostile obviously got a kill down by Ivy, which would have been nice, but still, you know, unfortunate they didn't pick up that round. Had they been able to pick that up, the scoreline would be very, very even right now. So kind of missing a few important rounds, EG, at the moment. They can't really be affording to do this.
Yeah, Phobius does find Mailer in electric box. Lovely shot from Naz onto his own teammate, but unfortunately, that's not kind of what you want. As Phobius does take down Ben. They still hang around. Chi picks off good for nothing. Actually, they've got 2 AWPs in play now, EG. Make that 1. As the AWP from Gravitas kind of levels things up. It's a 2 versus 2. Phobius down to 38. Impulsive is just watching here from the bomb train.
Naz
John's on the inner.
Massively still on that train, and actually by doing that, he might actually be scaring away the idea that they're going inner, and that's what Patio John has done. So Phobius and Naz, as long as they move together and create a crossfire, they can get impulse down, they can plant the bomb, and then retain that outer bomb site. Let's see if they can do this.
Impulsive's going to set up here for the close range up shot, but I think actually Phobius might just catch him off guard. Patio John coming in for the crossfire is called. That flash grenade over, and he will spray through the wall and find the head of Phobius. Great stuff from Patio John from CT Spawn. Knows the second one's there. More spray through the walls from him. And Naz is still on that 19 HP with an AWP as he hops down onto ladder. Impulsive at close range. He's going to win another round for Gravitas Gaming, and they go up 8 rounds to 3 now. 5 rounds the difference. As, of course, we are into the, I guess you could say, second third of the game.
Yeah, they are indeed, but on the advantage side. But still, everything timing-wise seems to be slightly, I wouldn't say off with EG. Obviously, it's easy to see in hindsight, and also when you've got an overlay. But still, you know, had they making moves slightly earlier or even slightly later, they could be coming up hugely successful. It's just kind of almost unfortunate that they're not. Gun was actually dropped there as Naz picked up a kill. That wasn't going to be claimed. Finally, Naz will get that gun. He's got to go up against 4, though, with it. Not sure he's going to be able to save it. I mean, 1 minute 25 on the clock will be a no-no, and he wasn't able to claim any more kills either. So another round on the board then for Gravitas. We will have EG buying this round, and here we go. It's going to be another important round, and it's going to be another round that they need to hit. And they've had a few misses so far in these rounds, and you know, Gravitas really running away, not only of the scoreline, but also the kind of kill count.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, it's really quite fantastic to see Gravitas when they're on form. Patio John, again, has been a rock for this Gravitas team, which we knew he would be if he was on form. Cheat does leap round there in ladder room. He did get knocked down by 10 HP to 90. And all of a sudden, he has to slow things down. Hostile's actually made his way through. Ivy's just leaping around the corner, and he does fall kind of into a grenade, which knocks him down to 57. Ben finds Chi there as well, finally. And Impulsive is on the outside. Gravitas are very aggressive defenders on train, and that's certainly catching EG out in a lot of situations. Phobius, though, will claw things back for EG as both Ben and Impulsive are taken out of the round. There goes Naz as well, and all of a sudden it's on Evolution, who is Norton 12. Should have really pointed that out earlier, but I didn't see it. And Norton 13 now as he goes down. So he's looking to do a 9 spot and go 0 and 15.
Well, he's going to give it his best. 2 rounds remaining. Hopefully EG is still on the buy. They didn't buy for 2 rounds. Now we're going to move quite hastily into this outer site with Chi and Phobia, so maybe good spawns. Actually, Chi is going to be up on sniper point as well, so EG have some position here and some presence in the outer bomb site.
Yeah, Hostile has pushed through Ivy, and that will take out Good for Nothing, who had already dispatched his teammate Chi. Nades down into CT spawn here from Hostile. Ben takes down Phobius kill for kill right now, and it's actually a 3-on-3 here. Hostile peaks, takes Mailer's head off, and will continue to push round towards this outer bomb site train. Impulsive is actually on the bomb train. He switches out there after open evolution with the Deagle, takes down Hostile, takes down Naz, and that will be 11 rounds to 3 with, well, just one more remaining here. And 12-3, well, it's a familiar scoreline at halftime.
Yeah, it is. Seems to be the
scoreline
flavor, but yeah, scoreline of choice would be what I was going to say. And, well, Evolution, if he claims a kill here, won't go into the Got Frag forums. Good luck, Evo.
Yeah, and he'll need to stay alive, otherwise he will get a few threads about him, as usually happens.
Yeah, but I mean, when you come up, it's such a... You come up in a professional game, like a professional tournament game, and you go 0, you got to be thinking, Jesus Christ, you know, it doesn't matter how many good practice games he had up to this and how good he was feeling, that's all now being swiftly removed by Gravitas.
Yeah.
Yay!
Evolution will get a kill then on
he
his
gets killed
final round of the
afterwards.
half, and he will finish 1-15. So I guess he wasn't quite the duck that we saw 9 spot in that last game. But not too far away from it. Phobia's still got 100 HP, the last remaining player here for EG.
I just can't believe the ridiculous scorelines we've been having between these American teams. And EG and Gravitas really should have seen somewhat closer, and it kind of points that maybe the finishing top 3, if we were to guess it, MIBR, Gravitas, and X3O. Still.
Yeah.
Especially with EG not being able to compete with Gravitas on this level. But, you know, that was their CT side. If EG get the pistol round and then obviously get some momentum, you know, they can come up big. But I'm not sure, you know, how well they're AWP sitting, because they haven't really had to buy one. Evolution actually just got shut down when he went up across the top. But still, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we will. And this pistol round will be, of course, very important. And the most important round of the whole game for EG, obviously the second pistol round. And actually, Gravitas are going 5-man push into the inner. No messing around here, and they will overpower it surely from the start. Hostile picks off good for nothing. They're stacked up inside of the left-hand ramp, and it's causing them a little bit of trouble. Hostile goes down to Impulsive, and they are struggling, Gravitas, after getting in on this bomb site as the nades come over, and Phobius does get 2 in the end, and all of a sudden it's on Ben.
5 HP.
5 HP with a Glock in a long-range situation. It's probably going to be picked off here.
He's going to want to... Obviously not too worried about this situation, but still wanting to claim kills, help his money just a little bit, and maybe if they get a good second round, Naz is going to pick him up. And, you know, just despite being a very fast push, I wouldn't say reckless. Maybe the spawns indicated that should have been the tactic that they did, but they took a grenade, you know, right on the face, and that injured almost the whole team. And then you actually had somebody right down the end as well helping. So you had 2 pistols on them, and that's all they really needed. So, you know, nicely done by EG, and that's the start they wanted. That's the start they got. Let's see how they're going to finish the game off.
Yeah, Gravitas again going aggressive, this time down Ivy as Evolution gets 2 killed. Phobius is there as well. Patio John just jumping up and down, goes for the knife, and Phobius picks him off. Evolution started off much better. He's already doubled his frag tally from the first half. He's 2 rounds in, and actually that will make the score 12 rounds to 5. Great, as my CS drops out.
Hey, Skype. So yeah, we'll be moving in then to the 3rd round. Still going to be pistols for Gravitas. They've only claimed 2 kills so far. Evolution will be the AWPer. Last time he actually got shut down by Mela. The only time he actually really got to use an AWP in the first half. But there we go, doing slightly better. And sometimes I mean, you do see sometimes, you know, if an AWPer's having a bad day or doesn't have the money and, you know, isn't getting the kind of shots, you know, they do kind of slate, which is a 0 scoreline.
Yeah. Bit more grenades coming out this time from Gravitas onto the outer side. Of course, they can afford to buy now. We've got 3 men going down into middle, and we're going to see real tactics, of course, from Gravitas. Not just, you know, the bum rushes whilst they've got no money. They want to finish this game out as quickly as possible. They know if they win this, then, of course, they will have aced the group, if you like, and will go through in first position. Good for nothing. Takes down Hostile, who was climbing up the ladder. Naz will reply for EG, and it's now a 4 versus 4. Well, Gravitas are starting to get somewhat of a foothold on this outer site. Impulsive takes a grenade. Patio John will revenge it, though. It's good for nothing. Also goes to work, and now a 4-on-2 is looking good for Gravitas to move up to 13 rounds. More flashes and nades to the back of the bomb train from Patio John, who is going to try and get the bomb down. He didn't see Naz on the train. He was causing a little bit of a problem there for Gravitas. One bullet, 2 kills for Evolution. And again, that's kind of ironic from Evolution, because that kill actually was 1 bullet, and it doubled it was twice as many kills as he got last time.
200% accuracy in that shot. But yeah, still unfortunate not to get some cover afterwards. Wanted to swap his gun, but Mela wasn't in a position to take him down. But as you said, Gravitas, you said get a foothold in on that outer side. They had such a big presence, and it's not uncontested, obviously, but still it kind of shows the difference between these two teams. And, EG never had that kind of presence on the outer bomb side. Every time they moved in, they were either getting naded by Lightning Box, or they were getting shut down on entry. It was just, different to see. And, well, Gravitas did pick up the win.
Yeah, Gravitas moved their score up to 13 rounds to 6. As our studio starts falling apart around us. Naz takes down Mela. That will be the start then, or at least for a few seconds, that EG wanted in that round. Good for nothing is on that inner side. The bomb's going to come down here, and they will get the plant in the next few seconds. One still down the back of the inner train yard. Ben going to get the plant now then for Gravitas. Still, it remains 4 versus 4. Chi puts EG in the advantage position. They still need to get in here, of course, within the time limit and get this bomb defused. But for nothing, picks off 1. Patio John with the second. Chi's not going to give up. But as he jumps, he was taken down, and it's all on Evolution.
Oh, such a bad situation.
1 versus 1 versus Impulsive. And Evolution went for the defuse straight away. And Impulsive held his nerve and put Gravitas up to 14 rounds to 6.
Yeah, massively bad situation to be. And actually, Chi almost came out really huge. Once they lost that initial entry, the inner bomb site actually had Chi. He kind of stood still back on one of the trains and kept quiet and actually came to help perfectly. Now, kind of unfortunate that EG lost so many people in that situation. It could have been their round equally as it was Gravitas's, but still, it was going to be a great situation to Gravitas to finish that one off in.
Yeah, lots of work here being done by EG, which is actually really nice. Of course, they are on the Deagle round, but it seems to be working out quite nicely for them. A couple of FAMASas in there as well. Hostile on the inside, Chi on the outside, which of course can do the damage that those Deagles can kind of just finish off. Phobius goes down to Patio John, and it's all Chi and Hostile to prevent Gravitas going up onto that game point that they so desperately want right now.
Hostile's not sure if he should rotate. I would rather see Hostile actually go through CT spawn and be at the back of train. Obviously, Mela is going to be an AWPer, so it's going to go hard to go against anyway. Patio John and Impulse, not sure if they are going to push and make sure they can get the bomb down. I mean, obviously looking for frags first seems slightly more important than to sweep the area. Chi, though, in a nice position. He could get a kill here.
He will shut down Patio John. His position's obviously giving away now, so they are going to rush around to him, trying to take him out, dodging left and right. Impulse will get the frag, and it's now a 2-on-1. Hostile, the last remaining player here for EG, does take down Impulsive. Now a 1-on-1. And Mela could be the man to put Gravitas here on game point.
I hear no bomb sound. Sorry, I didn't actually know he had it, but...
Yeah, he picked up the bomb. He is going to get the plant. Question is, will he know where Hostile's coming from? He's probably going to come in here to his right. Hostile will be looking around that way. Question is, who'll spot who first? It will be Mela. Gravitas will go up to game point, 15 rounds to 6, needing 1 more to win the group.
Hectic outside kind of battle still. Nicely done by Chi, and he's very kind of sneaky player, really kind of keeping EG close in the rounds, but it's not putting them points on the board. You don't get points for trying, unfortunately, otherwise me and Joe would have lots of points, wouldn't we, Joe? As he listens to producers talking in his ear. Don't worry.
So this round it's Ben that has
someone's talking to me now
the opportunity to go none and however many rounds they play. He's 0-6 right now, but score, of course, 15 rounds to 6 is the current score. And EG again have almost no money. They've managed a couple of FAMASs as G takes a few shots there from Ivy. He's going to spray through with his FAMASs. The nades come around. It's still a 5-on-5, a slow round here. Gravitas looking to wrap up the game. G and Evolution both going to work, and that will be the start that they needed. Impulsive knows there's one up there on that sniper deck as you do get flashes from that direction. Nades going up as well. Phobius goes down to Mela. Lovely shot from Impulsive as well as the bomb's thrown over to him, and he's going to run around, leaving just Naz and Hostile. Naz is on inner. Hostile, well, he's got 36 HP and he's moving through the Z halls. I think he's decided, you know, well, this is going to be real hard. I'm just going to wait till the bomb goes down and then make a move for it. Seemingly doing like circles inside Z halls, not knowing quite what to do. It is a 2-on-2. That bomb ticking away will give the advantage to the terrorists as Hostile does peek around the corner. Not sure what he's going to be able to do. Grenade comes in. Hostile isn't quite close enough to the plant there. He does go for it. Flashes are put down. Impulsive comes around. Ben's there as well. And that will be... good game.
Joe's throat. Yeah, good game call then.
Dying.
As it will, of course, then be Gravitas Gaming beating EG. They are in groups, so they are going to be playing through. But we can now confirm that Gravitas will be top of the group. EG will have to go against Mob, and well, you know, kind of looking at EG to kind of claim that and go through second. I'm not sure if they. Would you say they played closer or just? I think they're. I mean, I actually think Mob Gaming rounds are actually pretty similar looking. They had a few ins, you know, they had a few opportunities, but just kind of fell short in situations. Yeah,
I don't think particularly that Mob Gaming were all that bad. I mean, they struggled quite heavily a lot of that time, but I think against EG they can certainly cause not really an upset. I mean, I think those teams are, judging by what I've seen against Gravitas, fairly even. I mean, EG weren't all bad in that game on train either, but I honestly think that probably EG will be the stronger team.
And that's what I think as well. So we'll see if that is going to be the case. We'll be covering that game for you a little bit later. But we actually have someone out there doing us some interviews in Philadelphia. And Uli, I think, has managed to sit down with a member from X3O. It is going to be Drew. So let's see what he had to say about their performance.
Scott, a couple of months ago you left EG to be inactive, then you went to Mob Gaming, now you're back with them. What made you change your mind about being inactive in the first place and now about coming back?
I mean, it's not so much I wanted to be inactive. I had a lack of motivation at the time, and all the traveling and stuff kind of got to me, so I just wanted to take a break from everything and just kind of, I guess, refocus myself.
So was the option of qualifying for the global finals, was that something that gave you extra motivation?
Of course, I mean, but I think regardless of what tournament would come up, all the guys in EGs, they're good friends of mine, so just playing any tournament with them it's pretty enjoyable.
What about Nothing? He's not here at the moment, but I guess he's coming back to the team, so have you talked about what's going to happen if he's back in the roster?
No, we're just gonna play this tournament and see how it goes. Jordan, you know, he's a good kid. He opted to sit out this tournament, so we're just gonna see how this tournament goes and just kind of make our decision after this.
Do you think it's sometimes unfair that EG gets kind of reduced to the person of Nothing?
You know, I guess, I don't know. A lot of teams have this, you know, like one star player who gets all the attention. So, I mean, like I said, he's a good kid and. Yeah, he deserves it.
You have two opponents in the group stage, Mob Gaming and Gravitas. Which one of them would you consider the strongest? And well, to qualify, you need to be first or second. So, which one is easiest to beat?
I think Mob would be an easier match. They're coming in this tournament with a new lineup, so it's going to be harder for them. As Gravitas is an established team, they've had the same lineup for a long time.
Did Mob kind of fall apart before or already or just after you left?
I guess before I even left, Tom said he was going to join X3O, and he ended up doing that. And then I got my offer to join EG, so it was, I don't know. It was kind of the right time, I guess.
Tomorrow you could either meet, if you qualify, main Brazil or X3O. I guess you'd rather play X3O?
Yeah, I mean, regardless of who we do end up playing, we're going to go in with the same approach. And just, just going to go in with the same approach, and that's pretty much it. We're not going to, put MIBR up on a pedestal or X3O.
What do you think about the North American 1.6 scene? Is it going to get bigger now that CGS is down? Now that Complexity 3D, those teams might come back?
I hope so. I hope all the old players, I hope they make teams and come back. I think it'll really revitalize the scene and kind of bring everything back, and there'll be a lot more competition, and it'll progress the US scene a lot further than it is now.
Well, it could have happened that 3D actually went to this event, and they would have been in your group. What would be your thoughts when you play them? Would you think, well, they've played CSS for such a long time, they're no match for us?
No, not at all. I mean, those guys, they've been playing 1.6 for years and years, so it's like built in their blood. So, like I said, even going to that match or any other match, we're just going with the same approach and not take anyone lightly, because there's a lot of money on the line.
Are you going to be first or second in your group?
First.
All right, that's a good thing to say. Good luck in playing, and hopefully you qualify for the Global Finals.
Thank you.